Okay, so today we're going to be going over basic mathematical operations. And I'm going into this assuming that you know how to count. If you don't learn that, come back to this video. And yeah, so we're going to be going over addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And hopefully you'll know how to do all those by the end of this. So, starting off with addition. Start off with a basic number line. 0, -1, 1. You'll learn about negative numbers soon. Okay, don't worry if you don't know about them. Let's just make this a bit longer. So, how would you get from 1 to 2? Okay, right. So, this is my representation of an apple. So let's say John has 1 apple, okay? And then Lucy has 1 apple too. Okay? John takes her apple. Okay, right? He steals it. Then, what that does is that John takes her apple, and now John doesn't have 1 apple. Okay? John has 2 apples. The way it symbolizes, number 1. This is the adding symbol. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Equals is just like whenever you add, subtract, whatever. Equals is just showing that you're gonna show the answer now. Like that is your answer. Equals. Bit of a bad explanation, but you know. That is addition. So John has 2 apples. His dad has 2 apples. John takes them, right? How many would he have? Right. If you said 4 apples, you're right. Good job. So that is basically addition. Hopefully you understood. Time to do subtraction now. Ask your teachers to give you some practice questions. Yeah. So let's go back. Oops. Let me draw another number line. Sorry. Okay, so John has 1 apple, right? What would have to happen for him to go down to 0 apples? He has no apples. Well, somebody takes it away from him, right? His apple gets taken away. So that is 1. He gets 1 apple taken away from him. -1 equals 0. Okay, let's say you go from 5 down to 3. Okay, John has 5 apples, and he goes down to 3. How many apples would have to be taken away from him? If you said 2, that's correct. So yeah, subtraction is just the opposite of addition, and it's things being taken away from other things. Okay, now we're gonna get into a bit more difficult territory now as we move into sorry for my handwriting, multiplication. Okay, so Johnny has 2 apples, okay? Johnny has 2 apples. Johnny has 2 apples, and he wants to get to 4 apples. So you could do 2 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4. That does work. Or 2 plus 2 equals 4. But then as you get larger and larger numbers, that could become a bit cumbersome to write it plus, 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 all the numbers, right? So we could just do 4, right? 2 plus 2. 2 4s go into 4. So then you can just do 2 times 2. That's the times symbol, also known as multiplication. You can do 2 times 2 equals 4. Okay, that is 2 sets of 2. If we imagine it as apples, there's 1 set. There's another set. Add them together, and then that is gonna equal 4 apples. Okay. Now let's do a bit bigger numbers, right? Let's say 2 times 3. You can do this in your head very good. What is the answer? It is 6. Again, I'll draw some apples. There we go. They look a bit more like cherries, but so you add these sets all up, equals 6 apples. Hopefully you understand multiplication now. You can learn your times tables. That will be a later video, but I will show you your times tables. Okay. Division. Personally, I find division the hardest. Alright. So, let's say Johnny has 4 apples. Alright, Johnny has 4 apples, and then he wants to go back down to 2, right? You could do 4 minus 1 minus 1 equals 2, or 4 minus 2 equals 2. But you could also do 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So you're just cutting it in half. So let's say we have 4 apples on a set, but you want to split them into 2 separate groups of apples, right? Well, then that would be obviously 1 half, then another half. 2 apples in each group. 2. Let's do a bit bigger now. 6 divided by 3 equals what? What does that equal? Well, let's do 6 apples. We want to split this into 3 groups. Okay, how would we do this? Well, 2, 2, 2. That is going to be 2 again. And just to say this, right? Each group has to be the same number. Okay, right, really sorry for my handwriting, but each group has to be the same number. Okay, let's go down here. So, adding is just, oh wait, mess this up, sorry. Subtraction is the opposite of addition, and division is the opposite of multiplication. So, I'll show you some other ways that these things are shown. Addition and subtraction are just only really shown as these two. But multiplication can be shown as x, so 2 times 3. But it can be also shown as 2, a wee dot up there, 3. Or, I mean, this is very much later, but it can just be taken away. But you have to make that clear. If it's numbers, but if it's letters, then it's a bit different. But 2 brackets 3. But if it's, say, x, 2x, right? That's all the way the multiplication can be shown. Now, division. 6 divided by 3. Okay. Can also be shown as 6/3 or 6/3. Typically, as you get into higher and higher tiers of math, you don't really see these two. You just really only use this because it's simpler, and then it's a lot easier to just put like a whole big function on top like that, instead of just putting the division symbol in front of everything. So hope you enjoyed this. This is the basic operations of mathematics. Next video I will be going over the times tables, and we'll be just going to higher and higher tiers of math past that. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye.